Hello everyone, this is Sumant. In this video, let's discuss Lambda functions in Python. So, we have already discussed about functions and how to create functions. If you didn't watch that video, I will give you the link for that video in the description. So, Lambda functions are also known as anonymous functions. So, what's the use of these Lambda functions means? Generally, if you want to create a normal custom function, we generally follow some certain steps, right? So for example, let's say if I want to write a function which adds two numbers and it returns the output, right? So let's write that function. So what we can do, we generally use this def keyword, right? Def we're gonna use, and we can just give the custom name of the function, and here we have to specify the variables like arguments we're gonna specify, and I'm creating a new variable C. I'm adding the two values and return C, right? This is how we write a function. So if you want to use that function, and I'm gonna create another variable like result equal to, you can just call that function and you can give two values. I'm just giving 2 and 3 here, and if I just print this, you can see we got the output as 5. So in order to create a function, we're gonna define we want to use this def keyword, and we want to specify the name for that function, and we have to mention the arguments, and we have to write the statement, then we have to return the value. So instead of doing all these things, we can just directly create a function within a single line. So let's understand how to do that. So the syntax for Lambda function is, we're gonna use this. Let's say I'm just writing some equal to, and here in order to write anonymous function, we're gonna use this keyword lambda, and beside this keyword lambda, you have to mention the arguments which you have to pass for the function. Let's say these are the two arguments, right? A and B. So even here I'm gonna mention A and B, and next you have to mention colon, then you have to mention the expression. What's the expression? A plus B, right? We want to add the two values, so we're gonna mention A plus B. And now if I just use this function sum of, so right, if you want to call the function, we're gonna use this brackets, right? So I have created the anonymous function with the name lambda, and here I'm using sum of, like, let's say 2, 3. You can see even here it returns the value 5. So instead of writing this kind of code, like defining the name sum and passing the arguments A and B and storing the value in another variable C and returning the value, instead of doing all these things, we can just mention this in a single line, right? And you have to remember one thing, the lambda function can have n number of arguments. Let's say these are the arguments, right? A comma B. You can mention like C, D, like whatever, you can mention n number of arguments, but it should contain only single expression. So after the colon, we have mentioned this expression, right? A plus B. So this expression should be only one expression that should be returned value. So whatever the expression here we wrote, that will be returned as an output. So here we have mentioned A, B, C, D, E, right? And it should be, the expression should be, there should be only one expression, right? So let's say for these 5 variables, we have to create only one expression. Let's say E. So it will just, now this is only one expression. So that's how you have to create a lambda function. You can have n number of arguments, but the expression should be only one. When it comes to lambda function, we don't need to write like a return statement, or even you don't need to mention the name even. Here, I'm just creating an instance. I'm creating an instance for the function, right? Sum. When we normally use this lambda function with some other functions like filter, map, and reduce functions, then we don't need to use this. Like here I have created some, right, name. Even you don't need to use this even. Just we can use this lambda and we can just mention the expressions and arguments, and we can directly use that. Let's understand this lambda function with another example. Let's say I have to create a function which returns cube of particular value. So I'm just giving name as cube here, and I'm just returning a, and c is equal to a star star 3, right? I'm just returning c here. Now what this function does, let's run this function, and if I just use cube of 2 here, and if I print here, you can see it returns the output as 8. And similarly, if you want to create this function using this lambda function, you can just mention a lambda, and here we have used only one argument, right, a, and here you have to mention, even here we can just mention a, and a star star 3. I'm just mentioning name as cube here, and if I just use this cube of 3, you can see it returns the value as 27. So in that way we can use this lambda function. I have said you, right, the lambda functions can be used along with built-in functions like filter, map and reduce. I'm gonna discuss filter, map, reduce in my next video. So that's it for this video. So this is a small video dedicated to explain this lambda functions. So I hope you got an overall idea of what lambda function and how to create a lambda function, and what's the difference between like normal custom function which we gonna write and this lambda function. I hope you got an overall idea of all those things, and like if you understood the video, like the video, and feel free to share your feedback, or if you have any doubt or if you have anything, feel free to share that in the comment section. Thanks for watching.